Hi everyone, my name is Sachin Raval. I'm a partner at Ramchandra Raval, where we have helped thousands of individuals navigate the complexities of U.S. immigration law. Today's topic is a basics. It's a fundamentals. What is the H-1B visa? I'm not going to go into the requirements. That I will save for another video. This is more about what the visa is and some of its key features. So if that's what you want to know, you're at the right place. So what is the H-1B? The H-1B is a non-immigrant visa meant for those who are going to work in a specialty occupation. A specialty occupation is one that generally requires a 4-year bachelor's degree as the minimum degree for entry into the profession. But from USCIS's perspective, certain professions don't require a 4-year degree, and therefore the H-1B would not be the appropriate visa for that particular occupation and therefore that position. For example, a data entry person versus a database architect, or a bookkeeper versus a CPA, right? So there are certain requirements, certain occupations that don't necessarily need that 4-year bachelor's degree, and therefore they wouldn't qualify for the H-1B. The H-1B visa is a very common visa. You would find it in pharma, you would find it in IT, you would find it in the finance sector, you'd even find it in big pharma, but also in retail pharmacies. For example, you might go into the pharmacy, you might be refilling your prescription. The pharmacist on the other side of that table might very well be on the H-1B visa. There's an annual quota of 85,000 new H-1Bs that are issued every year. 20,000 of those are reserved for those with U.S. master's degrees. Usually, the number of new applicants far exceed 85,000. So because it's oversubscribed, you have a lottery system. Once someone is selected in the lottery, it doesn't mean that their H-1B is approved. It simply means now that they can apply for the H-1B. Now, this visa is generally not intended for athletes and performers or prominent business people. They have, for example, the O visa or the P visa. This visa is specifically catering towards individuals who are working in a specialty occupation. Let's talk about some of the key features of the H-1B visa. First, you can travel in and out of the country almost freely. Now, of course, your job has to be available to you when you come back into the country. You have to travel with certain documentation. However, there's no restriction on traveling in and out of the country. The next key feature is that you can work in the United States for 6 years. USCIS might issue the status for a shorter time, but generally you can extend it up to 6 years. The H-1B is extendable beyond 6 years if you have, for example, an employer that is willing to sponsor you for permanent residency, or also known as the green card. So this brings us to our next key feature, which is the H-1B visa is considered a dual intent visa. What does that mean? So in US immigration law, you have generally two concepts of intent. The person who is applying for status or a visa, they either want to make the United States their permanent home, or they're visiting for a temporary period of time. So let's take, for example, the B visa. The B visa is a visitor visa. When you go to the consulate and you're interviewed for a B visa, if the consulate officer thinks that you have the intent to make US your home, then they're going to deny that visa because that's not the purpose of the B visa. The H-1B, on the other hand, you can have the intent to make the United States your permanent home. And that's a very important feature of the H-1B. It really benefits those who are on the H-1B because the employer can sponsor you for a green card. And if your ultimate goal is to make the United States your permanent residence, your home, and you have that immigrant intent, you can work temporarily. You want to work for a little while. But should the opportunity arise, you want to make the United States your permanent residence as well. The next key feature, which is very important, of course, family. You can bring your spouse, your children that are unmarried and under the age of 21 to the United States on an H-4 visa. H-4 visa holding spouses cannot work unless they have an H-4 EAD. They cannot apply for the H-4 EAD unless the H-1B visa holder has an I-140 that is approved. Separate topic, a little bit more complex of a topic, but not for the scope of this video. Last but not least, one of the most important key features, is that a person who is on the H-1B can transfer to a new employer. The new employer has to submit an H-1B. Of course, the case should meet all the requirements of the H-1B, but it's an excellent feature because it allows the person on the H-1B to take better offers or to take new jobs that would meet that person's career trajectory. And that's it. That's my introduction to the H-1B visa, what it is, what it isn't, and some of its key features. I hope you found this video helpful. If you're looking for legal counsel to represent you in an H-1B matter, please feel free to contact our law firm. The contact information is in the description below. Please like and subscribe, comment in the section below. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.